Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony's Picks Morning Show. I'm Tony T. We're with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Giving live free picks for today's card. And today's show, plenty of picks today here. NFL preseason, 4 games on the schedule. We got games here from Major League Baseball as well. And, of course, the action from the W. Let's introduce the cappers, and we'll get to the picks. But first, guys, give us that like, that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. Helps us build rise. We always welcome your comments in the live chat there. Picks, comments, suggestions, you name it here. So let's meet the cappers. Let's go to Chris. Chris, what's going on?
Oh, not much. Coming off a good day, 3-0 there. Cashed all those. We almost dropped the Padres there. They almost lost it for us there, but they did pretty good there in the later innings there after they stumbled a little bit. But cashed 2 of our home run props yesterday. Nick Kurtz got it done for us, and Britton Doyle with the Rockies, sleeper pick of the day there. So, yeah, good there, and a lot to get into today.
That's right, indeed. Let's say hello to Sean. Sean, what's going on?
Not much. Winner yesterday there. We had the Red Sox. Good spot there versus the Yanks. A lot of bullpen work for the Yanks versus Tampa Bay. So, again, I've been, I no yesterday here, but the day before I was saying, you know what, I don't love a lot of these big lines. No reason to force things. And same as today. Got 1 game up. The lines just, I'm not interested. I like more dogs anyway, and but this time of year it's tough. It's tough to just take a bunch of dogs. We're just talking off air like Cal Quantrill, like Miami. What you need pitchers at this point of year. Like, why do you could have traded the guy for a AAA guy or something? What?
Oh no, it's just all outright release now. There's no trading.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying a month ago you could have traded him and got something back for him from a team. Granted you're not gonna get much back, but you would have got maybe a prospect who was supposed to be good, and he was a first or second rounder or something. He's toiling in AA or something. What?
His numbers are bad, though. The whole thing with him is that the team wins behind him, and that's just luck.
Yes, but we saw. To the Braves, who picked up Carlos Carrasco, who picked up Eric Fetty in a trade. You can't tell me you couldn't trade for him.
That's right. Fetty got traded.
They traded. They released. They designated for assignment before they make a grab, and they traded for him. The Yanks just picked up Blackburn, who's been Blackburn had a good year for Oakland 5 years ago, at 30 or however old he was. It was like half a season.
Yeah, that was it. And Sears got sent to the minors after his first start for the Padres. I thought he might have got called back, but he got sent right to the minors. 1 look and that's it. We go. So
he pitched yesterday, Sears. Did he? Wait.
Yeah, I think
he sent him back.
Yeah, they got him back. Yeah, because Vasquez, they've been bouncing them back and forth here. I don't know what the Padres are going to do, but we're getting close to the point where we're going to have to call guys up anyway. But are you buying this Giants hype? The New York Giants, you buying this? Is
that a joke? Let's buy the hype in preseason. Yeah. Well, why are we worried about Jackson Darwin? You got Tommy DeVito. Old Tommy Cullett's throwing 3 touchdown passes. Let's go. Let's bet he's starting. Let's have him start in Washington opening day. That'll kill my +7 with the Giants if Tommy DeVito's in there. The hype. Come on. What are we doing here, folks? It's preseason football.
Preseason football, interception prone. We'll see how it rolls. Let's get to the preseason here. Eagles and Jets. We got the JETS favored 2, total 33.5, up a half point. That's a half point move there. Falcons and Cowboys, the teams that don't like winning in preseason. Someone's got to win, or maybe they're going to tie. We have a lot of ties, so it gets me nervous about Circa there. That's that Survivor poll. We're seeing a lot of ties in the preseason. I hope that doesn't happen in the Circa. That would suck. Here we go. Cowboys 2.5, total 35.5. I will say the ties would kill if there's a lot of ties, that would kill the contest. That's what I'm saying. Vikings and Titans here. The Titans 4, total 37. We close it with Bears and Chiefs. It's the Chiefs 1.5, total 42. We start with Chris.
Yeah, it's him looking here. Definitely 2 teams that don't want to. Somebody's going to end up having to win this one, or we could tie. So in that case, give me the Falcons with +2.5 there. Not really a fan of either one of these guys, but lesser of 2 evils there. The Falcons, just in case the Cowboys just don't want to get it done. And then Vikings and Titans, I'm looking at that one too. I'm going to take under 37.5 there. I don't know that we get too much on that one, so we'll take the under in that one. Let's see what else I got wrote. I think I'm going to leave the Chiefs alone there, and then Jets, Phillies. I don't know. I'm kind of like the Jets there, 2.5 there. I'm looking more into Sean's first week pick there with the 3. I don't even ever take the Jets, but since he said that a while back, I might have to look at the Jets, but we'll take the Jets over the Eagles today. 2.5 there, plus 102 is what I'm getting there, so we'll get that.
There we go with Chris. On over to Sean.
Well, like I say a lot of times here, I've said with football coming up, you will get picks from me on this on the show here that are premium picks, and the Jets are one of them. I put them out at minus 125 or 130. It's 2.5 now. Like at the end of the show, we talk about getting on board. I'm a guy you want to get on board with early because games I have kind of move. I got a Rams. I think I got them on the site at 39 or something. It's down, whatever it dropped to. I do like the Jets obviously here to get it done. The Cowboy line, I would lean to the Falcons just because that's a team that's wants to have good momentum going into the year, right? They got not the Penix is playing the whole game here or even whatever soon up. But on the counter side of that is you got Dallas with a new coach who, you think he'd want to win a game and try to get something going on that squad. That's a pass for me. I do like the under Vikings, Titans, and Bears and the Chefs. This was a 3. It's down to a 1. I lean to the Bears here, believe it or not. See, what are the Chiefs doing? That's a team. No reason to play preseason. They just got to work out. They got to find the back end of their roster. They don't want anybody to get hurt. I don't see much out of them. And the Bears are one of those hungry teams. They got a bunch of quarterbacks. Guys looking to make a mark, catch on with other teams. So give me the Bears in that spot here.
There we go with Sean. I'll tell you what I think here about some of these games here. I'm going to be looking here. Let's see what we've got here. Going back and forth with these games here. I agree with that under in Minnesota and Tennessee there. It's like the Sam Howell has not been effective in preseason. But Minnesota expects to sit starters. J.J. McCarthy will not play. There's no word on how long the Titans starters are going to play. We'll get the start here. But Brandon Allen and Trevor Siemian are in the battle for the backup job. Minnesota wants to look at Sam Howell, Max Brosmer, and Brett Rippon for the backup job. No thanks. Injuries are a concern for Minnesota there at the receiver position. Just really not a fan of these backup positions. I'll look at the under there. I'm just going to go against the Cowboys defense, which has been terrible in the preseason. I'll take Atlanta there plus the points. All right, let's continue here on the Tony S'more Show as we turn our attention over to Major League Baseball for today. Big slate of games here, 15-game card. I'm just going to see if there's any change. Of course, Braxton Ashcraft was moved to today instead of yesterday, so Ashcraft getting the start for Pittsburgh as they take on Colorado. And let's see if we got anything else going brewing here. We do have rain in the forecast in Atlanta. A 62% chance of rain there as Nolan McLean gets a second start here for the Mets, taking it on Atlanta. Shane Bieber comes back for Toronto, facing Ryan Gusto, who was traded to Miami. Maybe that they need to make room for Gusto. That's probably why they got rid of Quantrill, who was claimed there by Braves. There, 38% chance of rain in Tampa Bay as St. Louis and Tampa Bay play one of the funkiest 3-game series you're going to see. They play yesterday, today, and Sunday. They don't play on Saturday because they need space for Tampa Bay preseason football. So that's why they're not playing Saturday. That's weird there. Aaron Savali has been moved to today to face the Minnesotan Zebby Matthews there. Let's see. We can now confirm Wisenhunt to start. I don't know if there's any relation to that former Arizona coach, but Wisenhunt, the lefty, to start for San Francisco against Quintana and Milwaukee there. That had been undecided. There hadn't been no line on that for a while. Let's see. Ben Brown slated to go for the Cubs today. Not Assad as it was listed yesterday afternoon. So Ben Brown for the Cubs against Al Anderson and the Angels. And what else do we have here? Looks like there we go. Luis Morales will get his second start for the Athletics. Maybe here as they face on the Mariners. So Morales in there for Athletics there. All right. He was going to pitch today. All right. Let's get to it here. Baseball. We'll start it off here with Rockies and Pirates. We've got the Pirates. Look at this, $1.90, almost $2. And Skeet's not pitching. Wow, that totals this 8.5. He goes a couple days. Nationals and Phillies. The Phillies $1.80, total 9.5. That's Taijuan Walker. Yeah, wow, look at that. And we go Red Sox and Yankees again. Look at this. The Yankees $1.82, $1.90 in some places, total 8.5. Astros and Orioles. It's the Orioles $7, total 9.5. And we go to Royals and Tigers. Tigers $47, total 8.5. We get to start here with Chris.
Yeah, looking at this Rockies Pirates game there, I'm going to go under 8.5 there. I know since Sensatel's a gas can, we don't know what Braxton Ashcraft's going to do as far as that goes. But I mean, Rockies are not hitting the ball well away. I mean, 212 batting average there. I get it's Ashcraft. I get it's Sensatella with the Pirates going up against him, but the Pirates just not really getting it done at home either. They're 35-28 up to the under at home, so we'll take under there, get that done early, and then I'm going to go. Saw this matchup the other day. Same thing between the Nationals and the Phillies. Same two pitchers, same situation. Was sleep-inducing. I think the Phillies won 2-0 there. So we'll take it the same way. Taking under there. I think it's probably get like that because the Phillies are home, but I don't know. Well, I'd rather take it under there and take Phillies run line. I'm going to take it and run it back with the Phillies there in that one. And then let's see. Thank you on the Red Sox Yankees. That's all I've heard all week. Is that supposed to be cinema? It's supposed to be cinema. It's like it's just the Red Sox and the Yankees. It's not going to be anything too epic, but don't believe the hype, people. But anyway, so yeah, we'll leave that one alone. And then let's see. We got Houston in that one. I'm not touching that one. And was Detroit KC in this one?
Yeah, it was. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna take an over here in this one. I know Casey Mize can get hit. I think Reinberg can get hit. Had a lot of good guys on the home run hit list last night that I could have put out there. So I'm gonna take over 8.5 there, and I think we get up and over that total.
There we go. I guess they got Netflix cameras there filming another documentary. Seems like someone's always wants to film something in that cinema place. Over to Sean.
Yeah, pure cinema. Yanks Red Sox. What is it? It's like Human Centipede maybe for that matchup. I like the dog show early. I like the Red Sox again. I like the Nats with Kate Cavalli. I mean, how are you laying? I mean, Walker. I know the Phillies win, but that's just a big price for the Nats who kind of hit the ball a little bit every once in a while, And same with the Rockies. I know Senzatella. We talk about Quantrell, just bad pitchers and stuff like that. This cat is epically bad. This is Anthony Young 0-17 territory for the Mets. 4-14 with a 7 ERA. I still like him.
Yeah.
Come on. The Pirates laying O'Neal Cruz hits the ball 140 miles an hour. Well, who cares?
And it's not Skeens amount, right? When you see that line, you might think Skeens is pitching. Look, Ashcraft is $1.80. It's $1.80 favorite.
I like the O's today. I like the O's here. I thought about using the O's as a premium, but the premium's in the other game here with the Royals and the Tigers. So go buy that one. I think I'm on like a 15-4 run, like a 7-0 kind of run, maybe a push in there with a total the other day. But that's my top play in that matchup there. So, but again, 3 dogs and the O's there.
There you go. From Lance Lynn wanted $8 million. He wanted $8 million, and
Rocky's definitely not paying $8 million.
No, he wanted $8 million. That was his price. No one reached it. Says I'm not going.
Nobody wants to pay him. Justin.
Yeah, he's got money in the bank. He's got money in the bank, and he's $8 million. And of course, you got to divide it by 6. He divided by 6. That's almost $1.5 million. This is September. Nobody wants.
The Yankees are going to Menlo Park Mall, New Jersey, and finding pitchers in a dumpster, grabbing Blackburn and like dumpster diving, like they did last year with J.D. Davis and Luke Weaver, and same with the Braves. Braves need pitching. I mean, Fetty, Carrasco, and Cal Quantrell.
There you go. That's what we got.
Like there's something more than that besides the money.
Still out there. But I told you the curse of Rich Hill. He wasn't going to get signed by anybody.
Rich Hill, Lynn, Stroman. I mean, there's arms, but
Johnny Cueto got cut by his Dominican team about 3 months ago. So he's still.
How old's Cueto now? 40. He was pretty good for a while.
Yeah, he was in the Dominican. He's trying to get back in the league, but he can't make it. Teheran is in the Mexican league. So there's some. That's about all. That's all that's left out there. And pretty soon we got the call-ups coming in anyway in September, so it's not too far away. Yeah, I mean, goodness. Look at the Pirates, 1-7 facing these lower-rung teams with a 380 or lower win percentage, losing 9.5 minutes. Give me the Rockies. Don't watch it. Don't even listen to it. Just look at your sportsbook if you win it. That's it. I gave you the plus price with Colorado. I like the run line as well with the Nats. They're just hitting with run line with the Phillies. Give me the Phillies run line. They just hit it home right now. 22-16 to the run line at home this year, winning 7 units. But the Nationals bullpen past 28 games in ERA over 5.5. I got to look at the run line again with the Phils. I'm not going to touch Astros. To me, with the Orioles, it was a fade yesterday of Young. That was just the fade material, but I don't want to touch that one, especially with Lance McCullers. I don't want to touch that game at all. Yeah, give me the Red Sox at that big plus price again. Boston has been smashing lefties this year, 272. What's going on with Max Fried? Past 9 starts, ERA approaching 6.
Yeah,
you hear that? Approaching 6.
That's what happens when you carry a team for 5 months. Your back hurts, and you got nothing left in your legs.
There you go. I mean, these Yankees at home, 10-12, facing teams that outscore opponents by half run per game or greater. That's losing about 5.5 units. Boston 8-5 on the road against the division, returning 5 units. Give me the Red Sox there in that one. What do we got here? Yeah, I'll take a shot here with KC at that plus price. Well, the price has come down anymore. I don't want to touch it. Yeah. Yeah, I was getting plus 145 yesterday, so I won't touch that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony X Morning Show as we continue on here with the middle block here in baseball. Blue Jays and Marlins. We've got the Blue Jays here coming in at $1.60, total of 8. Mets and Braves. It will be the Braves, $1.13, total 8.5. Cardinals and Rays. It's the Rays at $1.30, total of 9. Twins and White Sox. It's the Twins, $1.30, total 8.5. There. And Guardians and Rangers to close out the block. It is the Rangers, $1.45, total 7.5. We start with Chris.
You got to go back on that last one there. I apologize for misreading that one. Yeah, the Nats did win that one too, and I was still going to take Phillies run line, Lex, and don't let the Southern accent fool you. I'm not a redneck. I'll address that. But anyway, moving on here. To go here with Toronto, Miami, I'm going to take over there. I think both these guys get rocked today and get up and over that total. We got Gusto, Sean Bieber coming back. I think we get up and over 8, no problem there. Toronto's probably going to kill Gusto. Mets and Braves, my God. Nolan McLean, don't know much about that guy. Joey Wentz, total fade there. I'll take a shot with the Mets on the money line and take over 8.5. I think we see some runs in Atlanta today in that one. And then I'm going to the White Sox money line, fade Zebby Matthews. Pretty simple.
We go with Chris. We move on over to shot.
He said recheck, not redneck. I looked at it too. I was like,
well, I thought he said redneck. I was like, wait a second, don't let the Southern accent fool you.
He said recheck the Phillies.
I'm in the South, but I'm not from the
South.
I was like,
he's like, Chris redneck. He said recheck.
I thought he said redneck. I was like, wait a minute, don't get it twisted. I live down here, but we're not going there.
I'm not in the woods. I got indoor plumbing.
There you go.
Joey Wentz, Chris. 3. I mean, we're talking about the Braves, right? We're talking about this team's picking up guys. Wentz is on his 3rd team this year. Pittsburgh, Twins, but you know the Braves. He's pitched well for the Braves. 2.60 ERA. He's got a .95 WHIP. I know McLean's supposed to be like a top prospect or whatever for the Mets. Are happy. Dude, the Mets are just slumping right now. I don't want to. I mean, I'm not saying the Braves are good. I mean, they've won 8 of 10 now. They're playing a little bit. The Braves are finally hitting. They just have no pitching now, which is opposite of what they've been for the last couple of years with Strider in there and Sale being well. But I like the Braves there. I'm torn with this Marlin game because Bieber's making his first start, right? And we got a TBD. Or who's on the Marlins? Gusto from Houston?
Gusto from Houston, yeah.
Man, what's Houston doing? Get rid of pitchers. I mean, like that's a – I know – it's a first start for Gusto, but at least he's pitched this year. Bieber has a pitch. What do you get on him? What do you get back? 140 with the dog here? I might got to take the Marlins.
145, yeah, 45.
145. That could be a little end of show. Boy, the dogs are gonna be all over the place. The end of the show pick for me here, 3-pack. That's for sure. Rays with Hauser again. This guy just keeps pitching well. Let's go Tampa Bay. And what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're missing what? Twins, White Sox.
Twins, White Sox. Guardians, Texas.
So give me some Zebby Matthews, just because that guy's named Zebby. I mean, come on, Zebby. It sounds like it should be a gas station place you pull into, and they got
strikeout guy,
chicken and stuff under the heat lamp. Zebbies. And Evaldi's just laying a big number. I hate. How about an under there? Give me an under in that Texas Guardians game.
Yeah, from Sean. Yeah, I agree with the under. These are teams that really don't hit well. Zacconi's not been bad. Cleveland just 203 over their past 7. Rangers 228 at home. Zacconi in his 8 road starts, ERA 3.5. Cleveland bullpen has been really sharp, ERA under 3 in their past 28. Evaldi's just been solid. I got to look here at the under, and I'm going to agree there with Sean. Boy, if I want to take the White Sox as a dog, I need more than plus 118. That's just no no way, no how. The one here I'll go with are the Rays here with Howitzer on the hill. They do hit righties a little bit, this Rays team. Cardinals 243 on the road. Michael has 12 road starts, ERA 6.5 there. So I'll look at the Rays in that spot. And as far as that middle block, I think those are the only two that I really like. I don't want to touch Jays, Marlins there, especially by Weaver coming back. And let's continue here on the Tony X Morning Show as we close out baseball with these final five on the board. Giants and Brewers. We got the Brewers $1.55, total 8.5. Cubs and Angels line coming up here. Cubs $1.50, total 9.5. Reds and the D-backs. It's the D-backs $1.29, total of 9. Dodgers and Padres. Here we go. Three of this big three-game series. Dodgers $1.18, total of 8. Athletics and Mariners line coming up here with the Mariners $2.20, total of 8. We start with Chris.
Yeah, looking at the Dodgers, the Padres here. I hate to fade my Padres here, but it's Yu Darvish. I mean, you've got Blake Snell on the other side of it, but you're not getting a terrible price for the Dodgers there. I mean, the Padres didn't really do much in that last series here, so I'll take a shot with the Dodgers on the money line. I mean, I know the Padres are back home. Could see some runs here, but I don't know with this. With Darvish, he might get hit up there. Of course, he's got a huge ERA. I'm going to take the Reds against Ryan Nelson there. I know Zach Littell's not great. He's on another team this year. But I'd rather have the Reds on the road there, plus 112. That's nice. And give me the Athletics out of the shelter. They love all the amenities that everybody else has. And Seattle, for whatever reason, doesn't like to play at home for whatever reason. They got a nice stadium, but the Athletics are going to eat that up. So we're going to take them. That's a big plus price there with the homeless.
Yep. Warm showers and hot meals. Athletics love it. Let's out of the shelter there on over to Sean.
Who's on the hill for Seattle? We got a
Woo. I think it was. Let me see if it's
Woo?
Right. I think it's Woo. Make sure it is.
That didn't say
Woo, and I thought it was Woo and Luis Morales.
Woo laying $2 more, $2.25. Yeah, you know what? Let's I'll be passing that one though. But the Dodgers, I want to say lay with Snell. I'm not a Darvish guy, but why is this only 115? I mean, Snell's going to go 5 innings. Give up 3 hits and a walk. Like, I mean, the guy gave up 5 unearned to the Braves, but before that he gave up 5 any other starts. I mean, why is this line so low? I'm confused. Is it because they're coming out of Colorado?
I think they're giving respect to the home field for the Padres. I think because the Padres have a really good. You can't find anything negative trend wise on the Padres at home. Everything's plus and up and down their sheet. So it's basically the
I guess. I mean, listen, they're excellent. They're 20 games over at home. They're a good squad, but give me the Angels with Tyler Anderson here. Give me a 130 spot. Sign me up there. And I do like the Giants. This is where I was hoping Milwaukee came after the Red Series. I was hoping they'd come home, except they went and were a dog in Chicago. This is what I wanted to see after that. Them laying or being able to take back in a 140 range. Give me the Giants here, believe it or not. Give me some San Fran love. And that's about it. Giants, Cubbies, nothing on the Reds, D-backs like the Dodgers, A's or pass. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, Alessandro goes out to the hood to see the Aviators. There you go. All right, let's tell you what I like. I'm going to go run line with this Brewers team. San Francisco just doesn't hit lefties, just 216. Brewers have been hot at the plate and in the bullpen. Quintana past 5 starts, ERA 2.86. And, wow, look at this. Brewers 16-4 the run line in their past 20 against teams hitting 245 or lower, returning 14 units. There against the elite teams this year. Giants 1-4 the run line on the road, facing a team with a 620 or higher win percentage. I'll look at the Brewers there. Yeah, I'll take it's just hard to. I'll take the Angels here against the Cubs and Brown. Cubs just 225 or past 27. The Angels have some power in their lineup, and they're 8-5 in their past 13 at home against winning teams, returning 6 units. Cubs just 8-9 on the road against lefty starters, losing a unit and a half. So I'll look at the Angels. Also, the Cubs bullpen not in very good form over their past 27 games. Yeah, I like the Reds here at the plus price. Littell past 10 starts, ERA 2.93. He's also on an expiring contract. Rays signed him to a 1-year contract. That's why they moved him, right? They like to move these guys on expiring contracts. That's what they're known for. So Littell's another one of those guys. So you got two starters here on expiring contracts. Ryan Nelson is looking for starter money, and Littell, who got paid starter money this year and looking for it next year. So you got two expiring contracts on the hill today. I'll take the Dodgers here. Some wild, on the road in the division, LA 277. So they do hit the well on the road against the division. Padres is 243 against lefty starters, and something I looked up, which I could not believe. Over the past 2+ seasons, San Diego 0-6 at home, revenging a 3-game sweep by their opponent. So they have not been able to revenge when they have been swept. So they get swept, they get home, play the same team, and they're 0-6 at home trying to revenge that 3-game sweep. That seems weird. You had your last 6 tries trying to revenge a sweep, and you lost each time at home against these teams. Wow, that's crazy. Losing 10.5 units. So I'll take LA in that one. And I could only look at the plus price with Athletics. Their bats are hot, and Mariners really looked horrible on their road trip, right? Getting swept by the Phillies. They're hitting just 217 over their past 29. Listen, if you can't do nothing, you can't hit at home, and you can't do much on the road. So it looks like this is a team on a massive fade right now. And I'll look at Athletics bullpen has really cleaned itself up here. Last 27 games, ERA over 3. We're making fun of them a couple months ago, but they've really cleaned up that bullpen. They have now won 6? They've now won 7 of 9 on the road. This is a team that loves the road. Give them those amenities of a home field. So against these sub 500 teams with a 380 to 460 win percentage, Seattle just 9-9 at home against these teams, losing 4.5 units. So I'll take Athletics in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony S'more Show as we'll turn our attention over to the W3 on the board here with we're with the Storm and Wings. We've got the Storm 8.5, total 169. Lynx and Fever, we got the Lynx 7, total 164. Valkyries and Mercury 6.5, total 155. Over to Chris.
Yeah, looking at this Seattle-Dallas game here, total 169.5 there. These guys, the past 5 games, just not playing any kind of defense, giving up a whole bunch of points. When you look at Seattle, 3-2 to the over last 5, giving up 86 points there. Dallas, last 5, 3-2 as well to the over, giving up 91. I think we could see up and over that. I know the first matchup they had before, back in the 22nd of July, went under, but I think both these teams are just giving up a lot of points now. Going to go the other way with the Minnesota and Indiana there. We're going to take the under in that matchup. And I think that's about it for that. I guess everything else, definitely check out the 2-3 zone for that video there as far as what the guys say there. Excellent coverage from those guys on the WNBA.
That's right. Check out that 2-3 zone. Yeah, everyone in the grandma. I mean, although I think we've now hit favorite season in Major League Baseball when we get into September, where the living usually takes care of the dead in baseball. So that's why dog players have a hard time this year trying to find value in the number or trying to find a team they can back. And we kind of might have hit favorite season right now. All right, let's continue here on the Tony S'more Show as we continue on. We got through the coverage, CFL coverage from Rod. Check out Rod's CFL video up on the site. He did a CFL rundown, and check out the happy hour with Rod for the CFL coverage for today. Then we got everything covered here. Tomorrow, college football returns with week 0 action. So looking forward to that. So now it's time for our Parlay Peripheral segment where Cap is giving a parlay, team player prop, game of the future. They make the call there. We start here with Chris.
They're going to take Colorado money line, take Cincinnati money line, and Athletics money line, and then we'll go with Novelle Marte from the Cincinnati Reds to get a home run today.
There we go here from Chris. We move on over to Sean.
Plays in the chat. Here we go. I did lose the other day. Tampa Bay run line. 74.55 plus 24.80 on the season. Major League Baseball and the show picks. Straight plays. I don't tell you to parlay them, anything like that, because I don't know how many sweeps I had. But if you played them straight, you'd be up over 2 dimes. You're welcome. Orioles run line plus 175. Marlins plus 145. Angels plus 130. There you go. Be a winner.
There you go from Sean. I'll give you my 3 here. I like the Rays with the Angels and the Reds there. All right, we got you through our Parlay Purple segment. Now it's time to see what we got for sale over at TonySpicks.com. Head into a weekend of action with a lot of preseason football, Major League Baseball, action for the W. College football week 0 for tomorrow's action. So a lot rolling over here in the sports world. Of course, when you head on over to Tony Spicks, you'll find all of our handicappers documented. You see them all on the leaderboards here. Chris, Sean, myself, doing great work up there. Documented premium plays over at Tony's Picks. Let's take a look, see what Chris has for sale over at Tony's Picks here for today's action. Chris, what you got for sale?
Guys, got you a 3-pack today. Best bet 2 premiums, and in that, I wrapped them all up for you. Best bet is included in that 3-pack, so buy one or the other there. 2 money lines, 1 run line, so hop on that. A lot of great value in today's card there. And then got my season pass. That's still rocking there for the rest of the season through baseball. Get you everything there. Hop on something. We're at Friday here, so hop on something for the weekend. We got a lot of action with college football coming up, NFL. I cover all that stuff as well, and then we got tons of baseball this weekend. So we'll hop on something there. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save you the 15%. 2-for-1 capper. 2 people putting money in your pocket makes a lot of sense. Like I tell you guys every day that I'm here. Do that. Doesn't have to be with me. You can pair 2 people up. There's a lot of people that cover a lot of sports that I don't. Pair us up though. Right now we're in a good streak. We're trying to keep it, not talk about it too much, so we stay on it. But we're seeing the board well and just trying to get it done. Trying to keep winning.
All right, keep winning there. We get on board with Chris over at Tony's Picks. You see Chris's best bet, and there's a 3-pack up on the board. Long-term subscriptions are the way to go as well, especially with all these sports overlapping. No better time now to get that 30-day sports pass. Get all Chris's premium plays for 30 days with all the college football, NFL, as well as Major League Baseball in there. So no better time now. Use that promo code TonyT to save that 15% off. Let's see what Sean's got for sale over at Tony's Picks. Sean put together a great year in 2025. 3,420 units of profit based on $100 unit. Wager size, all verified. Go over to Tony's Picks. Go to Sean's handicap page. You can verify all of these numbers right on his page. What you got for sale, Sean?
And just a lone MLB play tonight. I told you. I already gave you my preseason football. I don't like to put packages up for NFL or college football when the lines kind of change from when I put them at. So you'll get them here. I've talked about it. I know in other shows I give you all dozen college football games already bet for week 0, week 1. But yeah, as Chris mentioned, I'm not a guy who jumps a lot into NBA or hockey, so I'm a good guy to pair up. I also put my games out way ahead of time. So I try to get a good number. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. That's the game you play when you kind of cap early on things, but if you like baseball, we're winning. If you like college and NFL football, I win. College basketball, I win. WNBA, undefeated. I don't think anybody else is undefeated in WNBA.
I got 1-0.
Yeah, Chris is showing you the 1-0 club.
1-0. Got me beat
the 1-0 club. I got to get there. I got to get there on the leaderboard.
So you see
the biggest question here, though, Sean, is can you remember what play it was?
Oh, I don't know. It was somebody.
Can Chris? Do you remember yours?
Mine was an over. Mine was an over in the Lynx game during the All-Star break, and I didn't have any baseball, so I had to go over there and hug up on the WNBA and put something in there. And it was an over in the Lynx game because I do like Minnesota teams. So yeah, that's the one. I don't know. I forget who they were playing, but it was just a good over.
There you go. Sean's got to dig deep for this one.
I got to look. Here we go. Mystics Suns over 159.5, May 18th.
There you go. 3 months later, still looking for the next winner.
It's tough. I only put out winners.
Only puts out winners. Hey, it would have been nice to have the Sky. Did they get the money line yesterday, right? They were like a massive dog. Got the cash. I don't know how they did it. I didn't even see the game. I couldn't believe when I saw the score. Liberty lost to the Sky. But yeah, get on board with Sean. You see the profit guarantee here on our one-day passes. Their profit guarantee, meaning they must turn a profit amount purchased, will be credit back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee. So get on board with Sean over at Tony's Picks. Long-term subscriptions is the way to go. Again, all the sports overlap. Sean likes to put those plays in early. Get the early numbers from college football, NFL. When you get that long-term subscription, 1 month pass, 1 year pass, that's the way to go. Football's here. So get on board there with Sean over at Tony's Picks. Myself, I've got baseball on the board. Top unit producer in baseball this year over at Tony's Picks. I've got a best bet on the board from baseball, also a 3-pack. So 4 premiums today from me there, and match me up with your favorite capper with the 2-for-1 capper promotion. Pick is Tony T is your promo code to save that 15% off. All right, guys, we're with you here on the Tony X Morning Show every day here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you guys hit that like, that subscribe button. Greatly appreciate that. Really helps us build up our audience. And of course, if you happen to miss any of our shows, well, it's real simple. Just head on over to our YouTube channel, and there you'll find a lot of great content from myself, from the cappers as well. It's content that I generate over there at Tony's Picks. If you want to just hit the live tab, and you'll be able to watch a replay of our morning show. We do have a members area where we give you early access to my videos, and just a way to support us for our work that we put in the channel. Happy hour, Rod hosted 5 p.m. Eastern time. Had a good happy hour yesterday. Rod was somewhere in the mountains doing the happy hour yesterday. So there you go. He was giving us all those great mountain views on the road yesterday as he's just taking his last little break before we get to the grind. He wanted to go see mountain streams and get in the mountains. So Rod out there, but he'll be ready to roll with the happy hour. Anyway, listen, you could still get internet if you ever got that little what do they call that, satellite internet now? Elon Starlink. Starlink works great. I've used it in the mountains before. It works easy, works great. Just make sure you have enough power to power your stuff. You're ready to go. So on Starlink, Ron will be on the happy hour from the mountains, giving you some great mountain views there. So check it out there. Hit the video tab. A lot of great content up there. Chris with the home run prop videos does very well. 2-3 zone WNBA. That's been another popular series. So today it's Ron and Ramon on that. Ron Crawford's spreadsheet play of the day. Check that out. My deep dives in baseball with a lot of stats, pitcher stats, and trends supporting the picks. I got the deep dives here from the NFL. And of course, keep an eye on the KBO picks here from Ron. 8 Eastern time is when they release these plays. These picks are overnight, guys. They're playing Korea. And sometimes he'll throw Japan League in there. So there you go. Your daily mix. We got your sports around the clock, picks around the clock here at Tony's Picks. And of course, Al Ninos with that short. Got to find that -1 out there. So he's hunting for that -1. And of course, you'll see Bittler in there as well with some plays. So the -1 king is back. Al Ninos, so check him out there. Of course, Chris, you got that home run video as well.
Yeah, it's been pretty popular. Yesterday was a lot of response there. Like I said, we hit 2. I try to get you guys the best I can out there. Got several out there on the video already. I just didn't have a lot of lineups for Toronto, Miami, and Dodgers and everybody. I was still waiting to see if Max Muncy was going to play. He definitely looks good today if he does, but I don't know that he's going to. So waiting on a lot of updates there. You guys will get those in the comments. I'll try to respond back to you as quick as I can. Will be a busy day for me in the shop, so I'll try to get back to you as quick as I can. But we're trying to hit what we can. Really good card today with these matchups here. Got a lot out there. Byron Buxton did make the thing again. I got a lot of flack for that. If he doesn't hit today, guys, he's just on the ban list. There is a list of the people that I won't put back on the home run hit list till I see what they're doing again. Some of them just getting a slump. But anyway, guys, yeah, I appreciate everybody's comments. It's been pretty successful, and the interaction's been wonderful. So I appreciate all you guys.
Now I'm showing the other one. So Tani's probable. He did rest yesterday. He did have that thigh contusion. It didn't hit the bone there. So there you go with there. Of course, Sean got you here in the mornings here, and sometimes we see it pop in some of the other shows.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it more to come in for, especially like on a football Friday kind of thing, come in for the late shows when we get with the games going and stuff like that. But I'll attempt to give out the games way ahead of time anyway. So if you watch the show every day, get a pen out and write it down. I give you a whole mess of my premium action for football way ahead of time. Way ahead of time. I've given you week 1 NFL. I gave you 10 games already. I gave you week 2 NFL already. Come on.
There you go. The guys that they're putting Lex with it. You can only put 20 teams in a parlay at DraftKings. There you go. I guess Al.
He's chasing 1.5 million on his 10-cent parlays.
On the radio soon. I
told him, I said I'll let him know when I get back.
I'll let him know when he gets back on. He's right. He'll find maybe a visa. Sports Grid. I don't know what happened to Sports Grid. They just cleaned up.
Yeah. Well, they have regular shows. I think every day 7 and 9. So.
Yeah, are they on terrestrial or are they just? I thought they were on terrestrial radio, but I can't believe Sports Rage. I can't believe Sports Rage. He didn't continue that somewhere else because he's got a pretty good following. Morency has a really good following on Sports Rage. I thought someone would pick it up.
It's listen. You know,
some of these guys. When you look at Farrell and some of these guys, I don't think they want to go to a network that over manages their talent. You know, that's another thing too. These guys are probably doing their own thing.
Yeah, Farrell. I mean, like, come on. I remember him back on the day listening to him, and when I was in South Jersey, you heard him on the radio. But he's more of an XM guy now. You know.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's the way. That's where you want to be. You're a little more freer in your language if you want to curse or something or talk about different things. It's XM. It's free reign out there. You know. Yeah, Pharrell's been around forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Around forever. Maybe he'll get back
Yeah,
on the Mad Dog Sports.
Man, Mad Dog Sports. I remember when he was just on. I'd pick him up on Philly. I think it was like the Whip WIP back in the day, back in early '90s when I was down in Long Beach Island hanging out at the beach or whatever. Like he's been around for ages.
I just
Again,
remember.
the new. I mean, do people still listen to regular local radio? I mean, I'm more of a local talk radio guy for sports, right? I mean, I get in. I turn on XM. I'm looking like Yacht Rock or, for like I'll go to a specialty channel.
That's it. That's why I was talking to Randy McKay about this over in BetBat. I said, they need more betting channels on XM. You just have one, and him and I agreed. He goes, if you don't like what's on VSiN, then you go to music and you never go back. That's what. And Randy was telling me the same thing. He goes, yeah, if I don't like VSiN, sometimes the content or the personalities, I switch the dial, and I just stay on music. So it wasn't. I think they need more betting shows on XM to keep people hopping back and forth and not leaving.
Who's coming out there? Sports Grid already left. Who else is going? Wager Talk?
You never know. Yeah. Or maybe some of these networks they can put the shows on. Yeah, that's a good point.
They have sports betting shows on these channels. I mean, there's a thing on ESPN or whatever their betting take is. MLB has a show like that. CBS Sport, like there are shows on TV that they could probably put to their XM outlet.
But they won't allow for any more because they got that exclusive, which just really doesn't make sense. And they canceled that Fortin Ball show on ESPN. They just canceled it. So that one got
Which
canceled.
one? That their sports betting show?
Q and Joe, whatever it was. Yeah, that was got canceled. So I don't know what they're doing there. But the TV cappers, that's right. Yeah, go against them all there. But this seems to be
that's the only time I kind of bet game day if I see, and not even if I'm watching it. Somebody posts that on Twitter where everybody's like all on, like we're all on the Falcons today. They put up like 5 of the talking heads. Everybody's on one team. I'm definitely putting something on the other side. That is an auto nickel play. I don't care what it is. It's 500. I don't care. It'll be a winner long term.
You just want to put it. They just want to. I just want to see the weather. That's all I need. I like live reports just for. I don't even need the volume on. I just want to see what the weather looks like. The wind. It's a wind blowing. What the stadium look like.
That's all you worry about. The weather. It's the wind.
Yeah, that's what it was.
All Justin, right. FAN. Who doesn't love FAN back in the day?
That's right. It's not.
I used to get on Steve Summers all the time, Justin, back in the early 90s. I remember I called up for the Mets and I talk about Rico Brogna, and he played that song Rico Suave by Gerardo. Rico Brogna, Met fans. Remember Rico Brogna back in, I guess, 92?
I remember that back in that day. But the word in the sports talk is the producers don't want taking calls anymore. They want the talent to do all the talking. So that's what's the difference. That's what's changed now in the sports.
The calls were the best calling shows.
Yeah, they don't out here. They don't want calls. No calls. We don't want used to. They screws up the show. Makes people switch the channel. I think Rome burned out the call. I think Rome kind of burned people out from hearing calls. It just got too
I remember doing on Blog Talk Radio. Remember Blog Talk Radio back in the day?
It's still going, but it's lost its luster. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, of course it would, because you could do StreamYard or Be Live. Like you could do stuff like this instead. But I remember doing Blog Talk, and I'd have a phone number to call into. I'd do a show. I'm like, you want to call in? And it would automatically reroute to my cell phone or my house phone back in the day. Yeah. It was fabulous. Like people could call in like it was a talk show. It's great.
That's how Mitch started on Blog Talk Radio.
I used to do Blog Talk with him and Craig. And then I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I want to do my show. And I did it. I did it Thursday tailgate was what I call. It was a live show. I do every NFL and all the top 25 games for the week. I just run them all, and sometimes people would call in.
Yep, those were the days. All right, guys, we're going to let you roll. That's going to do it. Anybody, any last words before we close it up?
I'm bringing back Blog Talk. I'm bringing it back to call.
Bring it back. Maybe that's it. All right, well, goodbye, guys. Make it a winning one. We're back tomorrow on the 26 Morning Show.